Sam, a really resilient 3 points today.
Yeah, I think we were the better side throughout the game. We obviously controlled possession, but we didn't do enough with it. And after Dakara's goal, another goal would have changed the game in terms of momentum and in terms of their game plan. But they obviously came with the plan to sit in to make it difficult for us. And because we didn't get that second goal, it meant that they had something to hold on to, and it gave them a little bit of impetus in the game for the last 5 minutes or so to try and get something out of the game.
Dakara's been in great form recently, and he showed it again today with a real bit of magic in the first half.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and it was sort of lit up the first half. Really picked the ball up in an area that he likes to pick the ball up in, and then the execution of his shot was superb. He's got that quality. He's shown it throughout the season thus far, and it was a good goal for us, and I was hoping that we would then build on that and sort of take the game by the scruff of the neck and hopefully sort of kick on a little bit. But we had some moments where we were a little bit sloppy, and we dropped to their tempo in terms of how we played, and that played into their hands.
Moments change games, goals change games, but I thought there was one big save from Jaden down that end, and then countless blocks as well.
Yeah, we managed to sort of put ourselves where we were sort of making poor decisions a little bit higher up the field, and then we ended up sort of exposing ourselves a little bit on a counter, and Jaden made two fantastic saves sort of against the flow of the game, which were great, and he's done very, very well, Jaden, so far this season, and that was epitomised in those two sort of moments today, and then towards the end when they have that sort of the sniff that they might be able to get a point, and they end up sort of putting some players forward and putting balls in the box, and we stood up to that test and managed to get over the line, which was like you say, showed some resilience from the boys, and I think it would have been really unfair if we didn't win that game.
Also, two brilliant performances from your two youngest players on the pitch, Kian and Louis.
Yeah, it was great. Good to have Kian along with us today. Made the most of his opportunity, and then Louis been fantastic since he's come up with the 18s, and it was another consistent performance from him again. He was probably the man of the match, I think, in terms of his performance, both defensively and offensively. His distribution was very good, and his defending in 1v1 areas, wide areas, and then with the play in front of him was excellent. So he did really well, and like I say, Kian getting on the ball, he managed to grow into the game a little bit more in the second half, which was great to see. Because sometimes when you sort of dropped in, it can be quite difficult, but he adapted really well, and it was a good performance.
And the game on Tuesday, in the build-up to a game on Monday evening that everyone must be looking forward to.
Yeah, so we just have to make sure that everybody's refreshed, replenished, and sort of look after themselves in the next couple of days. We've got a game that we're really looking forward to on Tuesday night, Cleethorpes, and then we'll look to build towards the FA Cup Youth Cup game at Bolton on Monday. So plenty of action, plenty of football to come for us, and then obviously it rolls on from there. But that's just the sort of short next two games, the short-term future. So we just have to keep going. But we'll look at this, and we'll look at it from an individual perspective in terms of showing the lads what they did well and what they can improve on, rather than a sort of generic team one, because I think that was maybe where our improvements lie in terms of sort of just individual decision making and individual sort of in and out of possession. So we'll have a look at that on Monday, rectify that, and hopefully hit the ground running on Tuesday again.